All right. So 2 seconds ago, I was trying to make a video. I realized I didn't press play because I was too focusing on this recording. As I'm saying that, let me see if they're still outside. Somebody just opened the door and just tried to be seen for a second there, and then just went back behind the door. You understand? These people live off a reality that they fantasize, right? They create, they put together. Uh, but in the moment, like I said, they're living off this moment of feeling like they're gods, empowerment, but at the point of making themselves damn near illogical. I don't want to use the word, and you can see the noise. You can hear the noise campaign, right? This person just whispering something. She threw something. I looked at the people. She just got scared. She looked away, uh, because she knows what I'm seeing her as. She doesn't want to be seen because I know what this thing is about. I know who put me in this program, and I know what she's supposed to be doing, and I know what this program does to people. These people are involved in some of the foulest things that you can imagine, and they empower the biggest losers to feel special. Because you cannot be a self-respecting individual and be like, oh, it's our world when you're just a bottom feeder who can't even say lead. Then they use people who have no problem living life agitating people, getting lost in this agitation, create these fantasies, be in this pedophilia centric world that they've created. But if I open the door, you'll see cowardness at its finest. So let me see if she's still there. Okay. You gotta understand. She wanted to interrupt me because she knows that I know the source of my targeting, who put me in this program. They were trying to make themselves be this feminist. It's just embarrassing to even think like that. You're a feminist. You can't even speak about lead then. The person who put me in this program works for a company that is so conservative that they help this turnover of Roe versus Wade. They have impacted this country in the most conservative ways. And as a feminist, as somebody who fight for women's rights, you're fighting for you're obviously just a facade at this point because I know who's responsible. So they try to make over this. They try to cover that up. And when you see who I'm talking to, sorry, when you see who's talking to me and who's here at war right now, somebody just say black girl, right, to interrupt me because they don't want me to say that I know who put me in this program. They're very conservative. They've been doing things against the woman's cause in a sense, at least if you look at that way. Well, they're trying to play the feminist and my old employer was so like on feminist, like the opposite of feminist, that there was even like required dress code that forces women to dress certain ways and be more strict on them. And these people who wants to present themselves as this group of feminist strong women are just bottom feeders. That's why they do this. This is an example of how they try to interrupt reality. I'm glad that this actually happened and I captured that because they want to present themselves as that. This strong feminist protecting women when they are here torturing and frying women. And the employee who put me in this program was the opposite of that. Really, and even today in this country of the United States, the reason why certain things went backward, as they say that in advance, to try to find some sense of power, is because of my employer. And they cannot say a man of the name of a pedophile that picked up kids. So I've shown you my hallways, right? Where I live. Can you imagine these people across? If you see who's talking, you will understand they're just the trash, as they're trashing me. And I'm not even trying to be rude. I just want them to understand that I see them truly for what they are. They're trying to make me think of moments where, oh, you see, you are a sexist. I was when I was working with my employer, I knew that my employer one of my employer, my manager specifically, was a bit of a sexist, right? And me at the time trying to kiss butts, right? Would say things that would make me like him, like me, right? Obviously, I was like, oh, and I said, oh, I think women are not smart as men. So, and I would say the opposite to my other boss. I was like, oh, you know what, women are the strongest women. Like I would say whatever it was needed to say in order to get in their favor, right? And now they're like, you see, women, you're protecting. It's like, oh, please, you are here killing women and torturing them. You hear them making noise campaign. Do you understand? She knows they're here frying women till they kill themselves. And she opened the door and said, woman. Does that answer your question? I'm trying to find what's the source of the source of these exotic weapons. They talk about in 2977. They talk about the space weapons, space-based weapons. Basically, in that document, it talks about exotic weapons. That's what we're talking about. And the fact of the matter is, they did complete that global surveillance network. Our woman. My cousin worked for the Defense Department. She worked on the woman mapping of that system. Our woman. When I was going through, all she could say was, "You're on your own." Our woman. Well, I figured that out. If you would please, I urge you to pass this. I realize you can't enforce it. But if you would pass it, it might give other communities the courage to do the same thing and show our Defense Department we are not the enemy. We are not to be attacked. We are not terrorists. Most of us are defenseless women. Our women. Good evening, everyone. You understand? So me saying that to my employer at the time, who I was trying to get him in a good favor because I knew he was a bit sexy. He said some things I was like, oh yeah, that's kind of weird. And obviously, I'm not. I'm not. The people I look up to was people who are women. Some of the smart, I've but it's not even that. But like, I'm not even going to try to like make myself like I don't have to talk about that part. Like, it's like they want me to be like, oh, I'm a good person. I don't care. I'm talking to people who torture women and children. Let me get back to reality here. I know who I am. These people are literally trying to make me a pedophile, and then you hear, oh, like, oh my gosh, let me not even worry about these things. Let's talk about the disturbing things. Talk about our woman. But the second you think I'm a sexist or something, like you delusional. But they are much. They do that at least is nothing in comparison to you doing the peripheral things and think that I'm going to subscribe to this. They try to paint you in the worst ways, right? The peripheral things is just the disturbing things. This thing where you and you don't like, well, get out of here. Okay, whatever. I don't care. Oh yes, I'm a very sexist. Oh, woman. Ugh. Oh, woman. Oh, stupid women. Women are so stupid. Of course, these people are delusional. Oh, woman. Oh, well, women. Oh, no. Ew. Women don't have brains. They are. I'm not worried about this BS things they try to create in this stupidity. There are just very, very stupid women. Like there's very, very stupid men. And there's very, very smart, strong women. And there's very, very weak women. And there's very, very, very weak men. And there's very, very strong men. And these people are just weak men and women. Trash. Just like when I was my employer, there's very stupid, weak men and women. And the women were trying to play this feminist when they were trash. Trash. And try to, and looking back, I remember that my employer was smart in the sense that he wasn't doing this gaslighting himself. He was having these people who mostly my coworkers were, women, and he have them do these things and make them look bad, and he's just looking back, seeing by looking like the guy who doesn't know what's happening. What was happening? What really? He played these women, and they just went and thinking, oh, we got. And the person who really put me in this program, oh my gosh, this person right now can just only imagine him living his life, being happy. He's like, yeah, destroy his life, and he thinking he knows it's me. These people, oh, we are feminists. Yes, he's probably laughing at it. So you making feminism look disturbingly false and fraudulent because you know who's in charge, And you know who put me in this program. So so to anybody who's in this program and do these things to people and try to come up with these fantasies, yes, you are stupid for trying to create this facade. Yes, because I know how much torment and torture you do to women, men or women. And to see a man who does that and try to call himself a man, this is trash. So to all my target individual, they're gonna try to create this facade. Did you hear the noise campaign? She open the door, say, "Ah, woman." You want to hear more about what they do?
Hey guys. Oh, yeah, you was shot in the face. Sound like an angry ass old person. Then a couple of days later, a female said the same thing. Oh, you shot in the face. Stupid shit like that. But what I really noticed is with the voices go, it's a bunch of females. And I'm like, bro, really? You're not a woman. What real woman would stop in a
Do you understand? This is who I'm dealing with, and they're like, "Oh, fired," because they want to change subjects. I will take the time to say what I need to say before I can say it. It's a priority. It's a priority. As much as that you're going to try to stop me, it's going to be needed. I need to say this thing before I did. It's more important than anything else. So to all my target individuals, stay strong. Stay strong. At one point they're like, "Oh, when you watch movie, you're for the male to be." I'm like, "Oh my gosh, stupidity." Yeah, okay, I'm for the male. They try to find ways to get you to feel guilty of something. Listen, they even do that with race. I should talk about it later. But it's like, "Oh, you want the male to win, but you want the man to win, but not the woman to." I was like, whatever. Okay, come up with your BS. I don't care about this nonsensical stuff. Man, woman, no, woman, no, lose, woman, no. They are delusional, and they use this childlike people like, "Oh, we're feminists." They in the program that torture women, and that's like, no. In movies, you for the men. You always want the men to win, not the women. So okay, this stupidity. Yeah, okay, yeah. I'm like, women lose women, and it make me think of, oh yes. Listen, I don't care about these things. I know who I am. I know who what I know what you guys trying to do. You're trying to vilify me in any ways possible, even in this nonsensical ways, in this not even say this banalitical ways. I don't know if it's a word, but in this simplistic ways. But I know every day you're gonna mess with me with these pedophilia things that you do to me. This is the things I worry about, man, woman. Oh my gosh, woman, ooh, boo, lose woman. Actually, these people think I'm gonna be like letting them live the fantasy, and because they slam the door and call themselves, I'm a feminist. You're in a program to and torture women. And the nth degree, you're a trash. You're not even a woman. Don't call yourself a woman. You're something with a female gender, but you're not a woman. Those are women. Do you know the reason why I'm so strong? It's because they're strong women. I've never, they, I've been more inspired by women than anything. The reason why I'm finding strength in what I'm doing is because there's so many women speaking up. Most of the TI speaking up are women. Those are real women. You guys are trash. For just opportunists. Try to find ways to make yourself feminine. You are trash. This is a strong woman. How can you even live this long and deal with this for so long? With kids. This is what a woman is, a strong woman. This you guys are this trash. So to all my target individual, this is just another way they're gonna try to paint you. Now, obviously, I've said the disturbing things they've done to me that are really disturbing. This thing is just whatever. But I just didn't want them to make themselves believe, oh, we're women now, women. That's what I didn't want. I didn't care about, oh yeah, whatever. When they do these things to women and try to present themselves as feminists, I cannot let that happen. It will be wrong for me. So to all my target individuals, stay strong and you understand that this bottom feeders will do everything possible to make you subscribe to this nonsensicalness and make them subscribe to their facade. In my head, they're like, "Oh, you're crazy." Yes, I'm gonna. There'll be a point because I know they have control of my brain. They have control of my thoughts in so many ways. One day I will not be able to express myself. So I'm expressing myself now when I'm able to. So when I'm just too gone to be thinking clearly, When my brain is so ravaged to the point I can't express myself, I want this moment to be remembered, not even remembered, but recorded. Because these people involved in this have created facades, have created fantasies of themselves, have made themselves believe something else. I can never let them live that fantasy. So stay strong and know that justice will be done.